Guys, just thought I'd do a quick video on that yesterday's test match. Quite an interesting one there. We've all been talking about some of the things that Rassie and them have been doing, so I thought maybe just put it in perspective. The man himself gave a lot of credit to Paul Ruus's under 14 team. Now I'm talking about obviously the variation of the move of setting up the maul in the middle of the field, and what they did was use almost a line out move in the middle of the field, and which was ingenious. It led to two tries. Both times they used it, they scored. So and it's actually quite clever if you think about it, because it sucks in the forwards and any backline players who are there, because they feel they have to stop a maul, because obviously once the maul gets going it's very difficult to stop. But yeah, it was a type of thing that I thought really showed the innovation, and for once it didn't come from Rassie, and he admitted it as well. So let's have a look at the move, and let's have a look at the original, the Paul Ruus under 14 team that did it and scored a try from it, and the Boks went and copied them and did pretty well by copying them, I must admit. So let's have a look at that. So first we'll have a look at the Paul Ruus move, and then we'll look at the two tries that the Springboks scored from virtually the same move.
Soos 'n kanon in die middelveld. En dan 'n ortodokse beweging, Roan Orke. Hy het sy eie lyn staan hier in die middel van die 22. Grant Williams, Cannon Moody. Cannon Moody, pragtig, sit hy hom neer. Cannon Moody, die seun van die Parel, Boland se trots.
Moody die parel van die panel. Maar wat 'n beweging, weer eens innovasie deur die Bokke, maar Moody, kyk hoe sterk is die man. Hy stap my man af. En dan gaan hy oor, maar alles begin deur die voorspelers. Die Bokke is in goeie hande, Suid-Afrika. En Kane en Moody, wat fantastisch afrond.
So there you have it. Those are the two, the three clips that we put in there to talk about that move. And then Rassie obviously addressed it at the press conference afterwards. He also spoke about exactly what they did and how they copied the under 14. So while World Rugby, there's a lot of innovation that they're going to have to deal with, and they always say they're looking for innovation. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a situation where we get World Rugby sort of outlawing it at some point as well. They already, I don't know if you remember, they outlawed years ago when teams used to lift a jumper in front of the kicker, in front of the posts to try and stop it. The Cats did that. I think John Eels also did it as well in Australia, and was quickly outlawed to stop it from happening. I'm not sure why. I think it adds a bit of jeopardy to the entire process. I'm not sure why they did exactly stop it, but they say they're looking for innovation. So, and the Boks are certainly a side that likes to innovate, and I could probably see some interesting reactions in World Rugby, probably along the lines of this.
what South Africa have done is abused player safety issue and put a whole pack on the bench. And it's against the spirit of the game, and it's against those safety rules. Now, World Rugby should have seen this coming there. What South Africa did the other day, I think, is totally against the spirit of the game, and certainly totally against player safety, right? So I just am totally against this, and I think I would hope, and I don't believe this will happen, World Rugby should act in the next week and say it is a blight on the game that needs to be stopped right now.
But that's all jokes aside. Let's have a listen to Rassie talk about the move as well, and just how they came about it, and something we might see again in future.
Oh, you mean in general play? No, that's just, I mean, we've done, many teams do different tactical moves to, we just did a more in general play where it's just not a guy on the ground, the guy that we lift. We actually saw it from a B-side on the 14 school team doing it. I can't remember where, which was Paul Risk, whoever it was. We actually saw them doing that, and actually you just get all the benefits from what you get on the line out. You actually get if you support a guy in general play. So it worked for us twice. So obviously now people will be alert for that, and I think it's done now for a couple of games. So we're glad it worked.
Then there's also quite a bit of debate going around the way the Boks kicked off the game. Personally, my thing was, and I think a lot of people out there think that it was done to obviously force a scrum. Andre Esterhuizen went out in front of the kicker from the kickoff, and referee called the scrum like he should. There's been some people saying that Esterhuizen was offside and should have been a penalty. I'm not sure they'll do that from a kickoff, to be very honest. But and there's some people who also suggested to me on social media that it should be a penalty because it's cynical and it's trying to. But there's nothing in the rules of the game that says you have to take a kickoff that way. The ball has to travel 10 meters to be a legal kickoff. And obviously it wasn't, so it's a scrum to the opposing team. And the Boks obviously saw this as a loophole. Another thing, we'll probably see World Rugby trying to outlaw at some point. I wouldn't be surprised. But for the moment, it's very much part of the laws and part of, it is. So why not use it? I thought it was quite innovative. Of course, we're talking about the same team who's called for a scrum in the 22 in the World Cup when Damien Willemse did that. Nothing wrong with innovation. It keeps people talking, keeps people thinking, and I don't see anything wrong with it. But we'll see what World Rugby does. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of reaction, some sort of backlash. There normally is to anything that Rassie does. Rather ridiculous if you ask me, but certainly something that they'll have a look at. That's basically just a short video on those two issues. So let me know what you think. Did you think it was who should get the credit? Paul Ruiz as under 14 coach? Are we going to see it a bit more in international rugby? Are we going to see other teams do it? Will the Lions even try it maybe? Or are we going to see it sort of being outlawed by World Rugby? I'd love to know your thoughts, of course. I read all the comments as well, and I'll try and react to as many of them as I can. And and on the what is your take on the kickoff? I'd love to hear that. To me personally, it seemed like it was a move set to set up the scrum. But I'd love to hear your take, and do you think it should be illegal to do something like that? And just on innovation in general. Also, if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button. Trying to build, obviously, the channel here and trying to get to get something worthwhile, build a community here. So please, if you do, smash that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts. Great chatting to you. There'll be more videos like this. We're going to discuss it on Monday with Nick Mallett as well, like we do every week after the test. So keep an eye out for that video as well. But until then, enjoy your Sunday and have a great weekend. Cheers.